We had some problems. We had some trouble. Had some problems. We had some couldn't get it together real fast. We had to. Things occur. Things happen. Yo, sometimes things are out of our control. Yo, we can't hold. But I'm glad to be here with y'all. Yeah, you know. T carry right morning, noon, and night. Aight. JJ, yeah, hey. Mariah, I see you holding down for the Texas. Yeah, yeah. Let me do it like this, yo. Well, I'm about to break you. Yeah, for God's sake. Yeah, we got a little something different tonight. We gonna talk about something, going to get my mind right. What if your parents broke up? They probably did when you was a kid. If you're anything like me, but if they got back together, it was highly unlikely. But what if you could control, move, you could get them back together and have the soul? Hey, would you? Could you? My name is Son 7, Mac 11, Tevin Campbell, Livingston, Bramble, yo, fighting the feeling, yo. Sometimes we think about all kinds of shit that should be having me reeling, and I know that it's time for me to break, and I'ma do my thing, yeah, just one take. So when I start getting on the drums, I got to make sure that I get the drummer yeah. Urban Therapy with Son 752, and this your daily. It's the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion to do this thing. Taking all fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We asking, would you have preferred for your parents to have stayed together tonight? So tonight, we're going to do a little introspection. What we're going to do is a little speculation. What we're going to do is take a look at all of the people. Listen, we're all adults here. Because I was about to say this channel doesn't really attract young people, but sometimes we do. You know what I mean? Maybe because of the time of the night that we do our thing. But I'm talking to everybody here whose parents either got divorced, broke up with each other, separated, were never together, or you never knew your parents. Now, I would say, like, you never knew your dad, because that's way more common than not knowing your mom. But I have known some people who never knew their mother. You know, I've known people who were put up for adoption, so they never knew their biological mother. And they were informed that they were adopted at a young age. So, and I've also known people who were put up for adoption at a young age and met their biological mom later on, and their parents. You know, like, I've known people who were not only put up for adoption, but their parents stayed together after putting them up for wild, like, kind of like a head scratcher. But it's hard to audit people's moves in life. What up, Malu? Malu, what's good? How you feeling, Mom? Brown eyes, what's good? And what's that? Joe, man of God, Jesus is King. All right, cool. Joe, man of God, Jesus is King. So we're going to talk about, what if instead of your parents making the decision to get together to make you, what if you could in turn decide whether they should be together or not, with you deciding whether they should be or will be together or not? So you could say total fantasy, but there have been situations where, you know, children have tried to influence this type of thing. Now, it may be the case that many of us had parents that really weren't good for each other. And maybe we made those same types of choices when we started to have children in our lives too. But, you know, when you really think about how we came into this world, have you ever really wondered, like, how did this really happen? Some of us came into this world from one night stands, drunken nights, sexual assaults, rapes that were forgiven or brushed off as, well, he just sort of took the pussy. If you've never heard that term before, I can introduce you to it. Yeah, he just took the pussy. And that might not have even been the last time. So he took it the first time, but the other times, some of us were, conceived the first time our parents ever, had sex. Some of us were conceived while our moms were when our moms lost their virginity. So there's a lot to this. So even if you didn't make it a permanent thing, we're going to explore whether you would choose to put your parents together. And we can talk about whether it would be a good fit for not or not. Even though we don't have the power to do what I am explaining. But if we could, would it even be worth our effort? Would it be worth our energy? Would it just be a spectacle? Would it just be a show like, so this is why y'all wasn't together? Well, damn. Mama, damn. Now, some of us may have the experience where our parents really did try to get together. And maybe they try, maybe you had an experience where your dad or your mom was in and out of the house. So sometimes you and your mom your mom and your dad were back together. Then they were apart again, back together, break up to make up. You know, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it. And so we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna take a and what inspired this show is when we were talking about the whole stepdad thing, you know, taking on your your stepdad's last name. I was watching that show back and I said, you know what? Let's take a look at this. This is something I've thought about. But when I was listening to myself talk about this whole situation on that show, I was thinking like, you know, when my mom and my dad broke up, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I didn't want my parents to get back together. Even at that young age, I knew when it was a wrap, it was a wrap. I was sad because my whole world is being raised in a 2-parent family was crumbled. But it wasn't the end of the world. I knew both of my parents really loved me, and that was the most important thing. I understood that. You know, sometimes the 2-parent thing is just for optics. But what if optics were very important to you? And I'm sure for some of us, optics are important. It goes towards image issues and things like that. But sometimes you're rational about the situation, and you may be able to look at other couples that you know besides your parents and say, you know, yeah, maybe y'all have children together, or maybe y'all were married before, but y'all was never really good for each other. This ain't a good look. Y'all are better apart than together. And it's sad to say that, but is it really sad when it's the truth? But what if we could put our parents back together? Would you do it? Would you do it just to see? You know what I mean? Like putting a rat in a maze, a mouse in a maze and shit. For those of y'all who can stand it, some of y'all so scared of mice. You know, I don't want to see a mouse, no maze, no, not even a hamster. I get it. I get it with your phobic ass. 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 Scared everything, even your shadow. I get it with your phobic ass. Get it with your phobic ass. I get it with your phobic ass. You're scared of everything. You're scared of everything. Yeah. Superstitious. Scared of everything. Superstitious. Scared of cats and fish. Scared of dogs. Scared of birds. Scared of eagles. Scared of everything except people. And scared of some people too. You know, that shit is okay. All right. So that's what we getting into tonight. Do y'all understand what we talking about? Do y'all? What up? My people's Jeff Sprayberry is all up in the house. What's going on, my dude? What's going on, my dude? And Robin Ming. What's going on, ma? Good to see you. So we're going to take a look at it. Hey, man, you know, I know many children fantasize. I know, you know, kids that grew up, never met their dad, or their dad disappeared when they were very young, so they barely have like a memory of them or whatever. And I'm sure they always thought about what it would be like if their dad was around. But do you ever think about it in terms of what if my dad was not only around, but with my mom? Would that be a good fit? Because if you really look at this situation and you can see that your mom and your dad weren't good for each other, it might be able to help you make better decisions about who you're good for or good with and not, in your own romantic relationships that you might have kids with. So, you know, we live in a society where there are a lot of single parents, and they ain't single parents because they was all because they it wasn't because, you know, they lost the whole, you know, greatest love of all. Daddy didn't go off to war in Afghanistan and get killed, and that's the only reason that mommy and daddy ain't together. That ain't, you know, daddy alive and well. He walking this earth and shit. He ain't walking nowhere with my mama though. 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 Said nowhere with my mama though. He ain't walking nowhere with my mama though. He ain't walking nowhere with my mama though. yeah, yeah. Gotta keep my dad away from my mom because he's involved with a whole lot of shit and crime. And I gotta keep him away. I don't want him to take the lady today. But everybody, mama made a good mom. You know who I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say it this time. You know who you are and you know how you was raised. Yo, let's praise the Most High for getting us through. Because you know what your mom did to you. But let's not keep it all negative and shit. Yo, let's take a set of it shit. So, we're going to like fade it down. You know what I'm saying? Everything good, everything good. I need y'all to do one thing. Please hit that like button. Hit the like button. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Let's get the algorithm. Can I get in the algorithm tonight? I was in it last night. You know what I'm saying? I was in it last night. Can I get back? Can I get back? I'm going to put these drums away and then we're going to have this, yeah, I mean. And I'm saying, then we going, I mean. I'm going to, yeah, I'm saying, so we can, yeah, I mean. I'm going to, yeah, I'm saying, so we can, yeah, I mean. Nah, mean, yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean. All right. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Do y'all get the concept? Let me make sure I get the concept. Robin Ming said, hell no. Oh, no, you said hello, no. Hello, no? I'm going to have to check that. I'm going to have to check that, though. I'm going to have to check that. Brown, I said, parents divorced when I was young and got back together, and relatives 30 years later stayed married until my father passed in 2017. Okay. All right. JJ says, this is a little foreign to me. My dad passed one day before their 49th anniversary. I never saw my parents fight. They might bicker occasionally, but never anything serious. Well, yeah. So I can understand why you wouldn't understand, because this is basically for, you know, people, for children of parents that broke up. And they're a lot. I mean, when you really think about it, 50%, at least 50% of all marriages end in divorce. And that's not even to say for the ones who don't get married, the ones who just shack up, have kids together, you know, sometimes buy property together, share, have community. It is what it is. So, yeah, this is for those who lost their parents in holy matrimony. If they was ever holy matrimonious. If. Because everybody parents don't get married. And some of those parents that did get married didn't act married. But, you know, I have to respect the fact that they created me. They brought me into this world. I didn't bring them into this world. They taught me the game. I couldn't teach them the game. Not in a way that they could teach me the game. So we gonna get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve, y'all. So, you know what I mean? We straight, we good. The stream was up a little bit late because I pressed the wrong button and then I had to redo everything and flip, bounce, and you know what I mean? But we back. We back. We flipping. So y'all ready? We ready? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. We got a caller already. Too early, caller. So what we gonna do is, caller, you can call back. You call back and, you know what I mean, and you'll be good. Because more than likely, you just wanted to see if the if the number worked. You know, people see that number, they be like, yo, what is this? What is this? How do you have a number? You have a number? I don't understand. How is that? How do you have a phone number that you can make calls? I've never seen this before. All right, it's all good. Yes, we have a phone number. We've been doing this shit for mad double-digit years, and we've always had, people that can call in. This is a totally uncensored show. I have to start mentioning that again, making sure that people understand that. Like I had to tell the boy from last night, like, don't use words like unalived on this channel. We're not using no words that aren't really words. Like, I'm not saying unalived. I'm not saying SA. I'm not doing, listen, if they gonna demonetize me because I speak English and we talk about actual things that make sense, I don't know what to do. I guess I just won't be getting paid because I'm not. What the fuck is self-delete? It's suicide. There's no such thing as, he self-deleted. You mean he killed himself? Oh. Well, may he rest in peace. I'm sorry that he or she was in so much turmoil. But we don't have to use words like that. As long as you don't saturate and, make the shit all crazy. They haven't been flagging me in a while. They used to bang me every night. I used to get the little yellow money sign because you get the money when it's a green money sign. That means all is clear. When they give you the yellow, that means, oh, I got to dispute this one. I gotta ask for permission. Can you please release the funds for this show and stop fronting on me? All right, let me go over here and get my seat. I'm over here. I'm getting my seat. Hold on. Mess something up. All right, we good. All right, my peoples. All right, so we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking all fast lane, no coasting. And everything is going to be all right. And everything is going to be okay. And everything is going to turn out well. We talking about using our power today. So, let me see. Jeff got a story to tell. What he say? He said, I ended up with 3 half sisters. Would have happened if parents would have stayed together. I ended up with 3 half sisters. Would have happened if parents would have stayed together. Okay. All right. Okay. JJ says, got so sidetracked last night that I forgot to hit the like button. Remembered it as soon as the show ended. That's what's up. Better late than never. JJ says, of all the chicks I have dated, remember 2 whose parents weren't divorced and a couple whose parents were never married. Funny thing, like most of the women that I've ever even met, but definitely the ones I've messed with, they normally have had stories similar to mine. And that proves that the universe will hook you up right where, where your lane is. So I was like, so you say your dad had a bunch of kids? Oh, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You are spamming. You're the fuck out of here. God damn, man. Oh, you got to be stopped fast, though. Yeah, he was running away, wasn't he? He was like, ah. Yo, he was like the dude who sprayed Ilhan Omar. The Congress, the Somali congresswoman in Minnesota. Yo, you see that shit? Yo, what kind of security do they have for politicians? Where he could get close enough to her to spray her with like mace or some shit? I'm like, yo, he could have shot her or stabbed her. He got right. Shit is bad right now, boy. Shit is bad. Shit is bad right now. Bad. I'm zesty for show. You can eat a dick for show. You can eat a dick for show. You can eat a dick for privacy. But you can definitely eat and swallow. Matter of fact, why don't you eat and swallow an AIDS dick? And I mean full blown. So you make sure you get it. I don't want no HIV positive because you fuck around and be immune. I want you to eat a full blown AIDS dick. You know what I'm saying? Suck and swallow. Because I'm pretty sure you probably lusting after me right now. I could see that. Yeah, you the type of man that think I'm cute. Yeah, that's I got you. I got you. I see you. I see you. All right. So Gary said he can't hear you. All right. Okay. Capricorn Goddess. What's good? Thanks for subscribing. That's what's up. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get into this, y'all. Now, listen. This is kind of a sensitive topic. I understand that for some people, this might, hit a little too close to home. I'm not telling you that you have to tell your business. But I'm sure that you're aware of that. You're a full-grown adult, and you know that this is just a live stream or whatever. So you don't have to express anything that you don't want to express. I normally tell my story because, fuck it. It's history. It happened the way it happened. Whether I had control over it or whether I liked the outcome or, that doesn't tell the whole story, and it doesn't really fucking matter. What happened. My parents raised me. I didn't raise them. They got together to create me. They conceived me. I didn't conceive them. So I'll start this. I grew up in a 2-parent family, my mom and my dad, until I was 11 years old. That's when they got separated, and I think they got divorced maybe like 2 or 3 years later. There's some static, some misunderstanding about exactly when the divorce was finalized. Because I'm not 100% sure that my dad was fully divorced from my mom when he married my stepmom. I'm not really sure of that. But what I am sure of is that before they were fully divorced, my dad was still coming around, and they did what people who become parents did well after they were separated. So, but as I got older, when they first got divorced or when they first got separated, of course, it was a shock to my system because I'm like, damn, we grew up, we live on this block. Everybody know my mom and my dad to be together. There were a bunch of families on my block. Whether they were happily married or not, they were together. And we were too. Well, not happily, but we were together. What up, Sublime? What's good? So as I got older and I started to understand how relationships work and how feelings work, I was somewhat protective of my mom's feelings because I always felt like she was the good guy in my parents' marriage, and she was. Like, she couldn't touch my dad. She was definitely the good. She was the angel in that union. But as I became a full-fledged adult, like, my dad was the type, if my mom would have, even though she was, she had got remarried, she married my stepdad, and, they had a good marriage and all that shit. But if my mom would have, been like, listen, you can still, meet me at the hotel or whatever, we can still, do what we used to do. he would have done it. He would have jumped at the chance. My mom and my dad remained good friends after the marriage. Because when you marry for 20 years, you know each other well, the good and the bad. And you've more than likely have accepted a lot of the good and the bad, especially the bad. Because there was something about fathers in the 70s. Them motherfuckers was ruthless. They really, I don't know. Maybe it was the disco. It was either the disco or the Cadillacs, whatever. But dads in the 70s was on some bullshit. If you look at some of the movies from the 70s, you'll get like a pretty good, like a lot of the movies in the 70s highlighted infidelity. And there's a reason for that. I think in the 70s, they started to, in the media, they started to really kind of show how shit really was at home. They didn't do that in the 60s and definitely not in the 50s, the golden age of what they call the golden age of television and all that. And even in the movies, they didn't show a lot of, like raw infidelity in the 70s. You know how the 70s was? This shit was crazy. Curse words in songs that they played on the radio, all kinds of shit. Okay. So as I became an adult, I realized like I didn't really want my dad around my mom because I knew what my dad was into. I knew what he was like. Me and my dad was like this, and that was the gift, and it was also the curse. So I knew what my dad was capable of. And I was like, you are not going to be capable of that with my mom. Like, you not doing that again. You did that when you was her husband. I'll be goddamn if you going to do that as her ex-husband. And plus, I love my stepdad too. So I was like, you not going to play him either. And like I said, no disrespect and absolutely no lack of love. But like, listen, Pop, you can fuck with any woman on the world, but not my mom. Like, you ain't, she the one who held me down. Like, nah, we're not doing that. But I was conscious of not wanting them to be back together. I was cool with them being friends because they helped each other out a lot. But as lovers or as spouses, that wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look. So with other people, they may have other people like friends of mine or people who I never met or knew of or whatever. They may have fantasized about their parents getting back together. I've known people that really, really suffered emotionally over their parents' breakup, their parents' divorce. And I've always wondered, was that like an image thing? Because people get caught up in that. Like, like my mom, my dad, like it's a badge of honor, especially in the black community. Like, yeah, my mom, my dad was married. They was married. I would come from a marriage, my grandparents. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, it's a shame that in the black community, we have to defend that, like, even when it's not really real. Like, we gotta defend that to show the other man that, like, look, we're civilized. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody got problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you visit, if you've been around poor white trash like me, you realize, like, oh shit, we ain't got to defend ourselves. Shit. I mean, it is what it is. I've been around some of the elite, and I've been around plenty of all races. So yeah. So what we talking about? Look at this fucking dickhead. Did your dad ever kiss another man? Did your dad ever suck another dick? Did he? Because I can tell you did. I can tell that you did. Let me get this motherfucker fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. All right. You're gone. Wait a minute. I didn't do enough. Okay. Oh man. Tiafomo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Damn, man, I've been out of the boxing loop so long. I couldn't even tell you. Fuck Ice. I'm with you all day on that. Vic 2 said, I literally just scrolled into this. Hey, it happens. Rocket said, Unc, why they messing with you? Yo, man, we do this every night. You know what I mean? People come through, they be trolling me hard as shit. Trying to get me with the body blows. They trying to crack a rib on me. Are you Arab or Jewish? You realize that Arab is not a race and Jewish. Arab. Fuck it. If I gotta pick one, I'm Arab. You know what I'm saying? Slay. Wait, Slay clips? Wait, Slay gold clips? All right. The Ice conversation was last night. Jump into your time machine. Fuck that. I don't want to talk about that shit tonight. Gary said shh. All right. Seahawks or Patriots? Damn, man. Wait a minute. I think I saw something saying that Aaron Donald got hurt. He got 2 weeks. He better get it together. I need the Seahawks. I need the Seahawks to handle that. I do. I need the Seahawks. I need them to handle that. And no Tom Brady. We shouldn't have. First of all, I can't believe that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl again without Tom Brady. How? But if they win another ring, no Brady, no Belichick, I'm like, you know what? I can't. This New England shit is gonna fucking kill me one day. I don't root for nothing above New York. And I don't root for New York. No Knicks, no Islanders, no Rangers, definitely no Giants. And no Nets. Nets, Brooklyn Nets. Get the fuck out of here. Kicked all them niggas out of Brooklyn. So they can gentrify that shit with a damn stadium. What did they do with Brownsville? Brownsville was around here. Where did they put Brownsville? All right. All right. So I got the Seahawks, man. I didn't think Aaron Donald could do it. If I would have had my choice, I really wanted the Rams to go. Because for some reason, I don't mind Matthew Stafford. I don't mind him. Because he gets it done. But he didn't get it done. It might be time for Aaron Donald. He said because Tom wasn't the only reason they. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's why they haven't won shit since he left. He left and won one immediately that first year. Went back to the playoff. They ain't been to the playoffs since he left. Belichick was still there. They still had decent, serviceable quarterbacks. People like Mike helped too. Mike who? Okay. Illuminati sign at the back. No, that's not. That's a sun. There ain't no damn Illuminati. I wish I was part of Illuminati. I need Illuminati money. As a matter of fact, Illuminati, If you're listening, holla at me. You know what I mean? But y'all gotta let me sacrifice who I want to sacrifice. I got a few people that I'm like, look. So you say, hold on. Now you say I'm gonna blow up, right? You know what I mean? I need nothing less than 100 million. If I'm gonna start letting y'all unalive, that's internet talk. If I'm gonna start letting y'all unalive people, then I'm gonna need like at least 100 million. I'm not unaliving nobody. I'm not killing or murdering nobody, setting nobody up for no measly 7 figures. Okay, hold on. Do you know about the Freemasons? Yeah, my dad was a 33rd degree, but I'm not. I've never been interested in that Mason shit. And you know what? He was a 33rd degree Mason, but he never encouraged any of his kids to do that shit. And none of us, I think one of us did. I think one of my brothers may have went ahead and did it, but he was the only one. Y'all just asking all kinds of random questions. Are we gonna get in this topic or not? You said I would have rather had Josh Allen win. Josh Allen can't win. I mean, we have to face the facts. Josh Allen ain't it. Regular season, he's the fucking bomb. Just like the Chargers, Justin Herbert. Regular season quarterbacks, not built for the postseason. Garbage. Now, Josh Allen can get you to the AFC championship, but he ain't gonna win it. You're not gonna win it. He's not that dude. He's not that dude. And it's time for people to stop trying to act like he's the, oh no, and put Josh on any other team. No, let him win with his fucking team. Because they always want to talk about what Jalen Hurts can't do. Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts is limited. Nobody wants to play with Jalen Hurts. Nobody wants to coach Jalen. Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls and is the reigning Super Bowl MVP. So for the next 2 weeks, he's still the reigning Super Bowl MVP. Now, they can talk about everything that he can't do, but who has balled out historically as well as Jalen Hurts has in the 2 Super Bowls he's been in? I have a answer for you. None. None of those Super Bowl MVPs has done what Jalen Hurts has done. Shit was crazy. And we got robbed in the 2022 Super Bowl, but we got our get back. It's okay. But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I was pushing for Josh Allen too, but I gotta face the facts. I did. I wanted Josh. I was like, listen, Josh, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. All of your nemesis are gone. I knew he was gonna drop the ball though. I knew it. Four turnovers. If Jalen Hurts would have done that shit, oh my God. I can't take it. We're gonna get back on the topic, Robbie. No, I got you. Rocky says, I knew people who made it to the 33rd degree. They said they regretted it. I mean, they may have regretted it for a number of reasons because they find out the 33rd degree that this shit is all Islam. That's the secret. That's the big secret. One of them, anyway. All right. Let's see. Not true. There are people. Oh, yeah. My dad wasn't famous. Yeah. JJ said I might throw a Diddy party for a couple of million. Josh Allen cried when my high school football team beat him. True story. Yeah, I mean, all that crying and shit. I mean, fucking suck up your tears. Play better. Crying and shit. When the Eagles beat him, I was like, Seika Sala, my peoples, is preferring a parent. I love my pops as a kid, but my mom remarried. My stepdad was a great man, but as a teen, I didn't realize it. My real pop started a new family, only called me on Christmas. Damn. So would you have, if you had the power, would you have preferred for your parents to stay together? Or did things work out best the way that they were? And even if things work out best, that doesn't mean that you never pictured what it would have been like if they would have stayed together. And I don't think there's anything wrong with kicking it around. You know what I'm saying? So, Cash Blix says facts. Oakland. What up, Oakland? Says definitely prefer my stepdad if my real father didn't have or didn't want to be a father. Don't bother spending time with me. Okay. So it says my real dad told me once when we got into an argument, he said, I paid my child support. What else you want? Broke my heart, but made me a man. Damn. He said, I pay my child support. What else do you want? That's some ill shit. I'm sorry you had to go through that for real. Not gonna lie, though, if AJ Brown didn't drop those passes, the Eagles would have won. Oh, Lord. Smitty dropped a couple too. I'm still healing, sir. I'm still healing. I'm still healing. I wanted to go back to back. I wanted to go back to back so bad, but there's no way with that offensive coordinator that we was no way. My people's time was good. Time is in the house. What up, my dude? You said sick. I think a lot of kids have a favorite parent, but it's often the one who is the fun parent. It's not usually the one who actually raises you and pays the bills. More like ice cream for breakfast. I don't know. It really depends, because some kids can see through the bullshit. Like I mean, I love my dad, but I could see through the bullshit. I didn't love him for my mom. I was like, no. No. Let my stepmom or my other stepmoms, let them feel your wrath. Not my old earth. No. All right. Let me see. Mr. Bohr or Mr. Bori, work depends on nothing. Can't be done on one side at different. I don't understand what that means. Work depends on both. Nothing can't be done on one side at different. Did you mean to write some more? Did I miss a call? Okay, hold on a second. Hello. Caller with the last numbers 9527. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
Hey, this your stream?
Yeah, it's our stream. What's good?
Why you type your number in this stream?
What? I only did the last 4 digits of your telephone number. Would you think they're gonna figure out the first 7?
What do you mean?
Yo, what do you want? You called into the show. What's up? What do you have to say?
Oh wait, oh this is stream. I just seen a random number. I thought that was some like random like comment.
It says call in number.
You,
all right, man. I'll holler at you.
Well, no, fuck you, P Diddy.
Fuck out of here. Yo, man, motherfuckers be up late at night. They getting high and shit. It was just a random number. Like the number just got pulled out of the sky and shit. And he really think he gonna call back. You out of your fucking mind, dude. Matter of fact, they're not even gonna hear you call back. You're done. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Okay, where were we? All right. Marvina, what up? Marvina Big B in the house says, I'm glad my dad stayed with my mom. He was the only calm and steady in our home. Really? Okay. Okay. All right. Tom says the way Judge Mathis acts in his court show, money is all the child needs. Ain't that some shit? Yo, he a beast with the child support. Like, yo, go to court. If you're a man, go ahead and go to the court yourself to pay the child support. I'm like, so you don't think that a man and a woman who got together to make a baby should be able to decide amongst themselves, like mature parents and adults, about a payment arrangement for a child that they both are a parent of? You should let the courts decide how much a child should be, how much money should be allotted for a child that you are the parent of should be given. I don't fuck with, I stopped watching Judge Mathis because of that shit. I'm like, you bugging, dog. All right, so JJ says true that. All right. Oh, I see we got a super chat. First time, brother. Good content, bless, man. I appreciate that. I got something for you. Matter of fact, hold on. It ain't over. I appreciate that. Thanks for sending that thing, yo. At this particular time, the rhyme's gonna come. Yeah, I appreciate you giving up a little something. Yo, every amount counts. Small amounts, large amounts, whatever you give, because I appreciate that shit. That's rad positive. So thanks a lot, yo. You are the type that make the shit hot. New subscriber, new rider. Like a provider. We gonna make sure that it goes down like a submarine. Make sure that you keep sneaks clean. Yo, thanks a lot, kid. I appreciate what you did. Thank you. All right. Okay. Dude that called is a cornball. He's smoking and eating hot pockets in his mouth. You know what it is. Oh, why are you giving out my phone? You know what? Oh, since he calling back, tell you what. You want to be a dickhead? Now I'm going to give out your phone number. I only did the last 4 digits of the telephone. Here's his number, y'all. Maybe y'all can give him a call. His number is 279-266. Now, matter of fact, let me put it. No, I'm not going to put it in the chat. You two might get on some bullshit. 279-266-9527. You want to troll? Now people can troll you. You call in and troll me. His number is 279-266-9527. That is area code 279-266-9527. That's his phone number. I don't know his name. His name didn't come up on call ID. But as you can see, look, he's still calling in. I know he's still listening. But y'all can call him. Give him a call. Find out how he's doing. Maybe he's under duress. Look, he's calling again. You see that? Look, he's calling. Calling, calling, calling my stream. Calling, calling, calling my stream. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I battle trolls. You want to troll me, I troll you back. You troll me, I troll you back. His number is 279 266 9527. That is his phone number. If y'all would like to talk to a troll, you can talk to him. You can talk to him. 279 266 9527. Let me know how it goes. What's up, Frida Martin? What's good? What's good? Mr. Boy, he says, paying child support plus healthcare, still the bad guy and mama vocabulary. Ain't that some shit? All right. Bloodbath Cat, what's good? What's good? Reese, what up? What up? Too evil to hope. You said, I remember you. Okay. I just met you. Ice Walu, that's a Sacramento area code. Is it? Is it? Damn, I'm telling you. Look, he's stalking. You see, he's still calling. He's calling. Like that shit is gonna work. Look, the sound is down. He blowing up a phone for nothing. Y'all should blow up his phone. Going to call collect. I know, call him collect. Oh, he didn't answer? Y'all called him? That's right. Call. You know what? He probably didn't answer because he's so busy calling me that it probably sent y'all straight to voicemail. So let me ask y'all, do y'all think I should answer? Should I answer his call? Or like, what y'all say? What y'all say? You see he calling again. Should I take his call or what should I do, y'all? Let me know. What should I do? You about to call him? What should I do? What should I do? You about to call him? Call him, Frida. See what's up with the boy. See what's up with the boy. Carla. What up, ma? You see he blowing up my phone. He blowing up my phone. He's blowing. You said answer him? Let me see. Yes, answer him and sing him a song. I ain't singing him shit. All right, let me see. All right, what you got to say, dickhead? Oh, he hung up. But he called right back. All right. Go ahead. You're on. Oh.
Bitch. You bitch, nigga.
Oh, that's what you called back to say?
You bitch.
You a bitch. Okay.
I'm a bitch too. I watch no up move, hoe ass nigga.
Okay, yeah. Hey, look, you talking about you a hoe, but here you are blowing up my phone. Look, you a little girl. Look at you. You sit down and pee. You the type of dude who sit down and pee. And your son jumped double dutch and he turned double dutch. No, you a bitch. And not only that, like I said, you sit down and pee. You eat Chico sticks. You know what I mean? You a glizzy eater. You a glizzy usurper. Yeah. Yo, call me back. You gotta go. Oh, look, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you, but they can hear me. I can't hear you either. And you didn't even hang up. Look, he on the line. I turned this sound all the way down. Yo, dog, I got the power. I got the power. You're done, son. You're done, doggy. You're done. Look, he's speaking. He probably speaking. Can't nobody hear you. They can't hear you, sir. I can't even hear you. I just know you're on the line. You know what I mean? And he's dumb enough. He's dumb enough to stay there. Okay. As we proceed to give you what you need. All right. So we good. This dude is why you gotta use condoms. You know what I mean? Yo, spermicide would have prevented this. Look, he's still on the line. This is stalking. He's still on the line. All right, let me get this motherfucker out of here. Okay. All right. We good. Now he can get another phone. I blocked him. He can get another phone and see, and try his luck that way. He can try his luck. He can try his luck. How you do? You sit down and pee. You can't pee standing up. You know what I mean? No. You know how like a dog lifts his leg to pee? The boy dog lifts his leg to pee. The girl dog, she get a squat on. That's him. That's him. But look, I blocked him. But y'all can still call him. And remember, his number is 279-266-9527. You said that's a Sacramento area code? Let me see. Area code 279.
Area code 279 is an overlay for the Sacramento area.
He over there in Northern California.
It requires using the full 10-digit number for making calls within that area.
Northern Cali. Okay. You up there living in the capital. Shadow Band, what's good? What's good? Marvina said, oh my God, son. Hey, man, hey, look. Shadow Band says he got too much estrogen. He does. You know what I mean? He got an overwhelming amount. That motherfucker, he probably go in menopause by the time he like 45, 50 years old. If he makes it. Anthony, on a budget, was good. How you feeling? PL Media, 215 is Philly. Yes, it is. 215 is Philly. That's where I am. No splash and no odor. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Listen, we are supposed to be talking about would you have preferred for your parents to have stayed together? So, some people recognize that their parents were probably better apart than together. And, in some extreme examples, that sometimes some parents are actually a danger to each other, which is a sad state of affairs, but it happens the way it happens. So when you get into a situation where, like, let's say one of your parents was violent toward the other parents, and it's not always the male. It's not always the man in a relationship that can't keep their hands to themselves. It's not always that way. Yeah, this was too thick. I had to put some cut on my smoothie. Gotta put some cut on it. John was too thick. I'm doing too much chewing, not enough drinking. All right. put some cut on it. Had to step on it a little bit, you know? Had to step on it a little bit. Damn, Shadow Band said I was relieved when my folks split up. If you don't mind me asking, why were you relieved? That is so much better. It was way too thick. I think I can cut it even more. Seriously. Pia Media says, bro, look like he spend too much time online. One thing about online, you can definitely find you make it a pastime and run up the score. Maria Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez. What's going on, ma? What's going on? Hello, Tanya. What up? Said my mom made my father move with her to Florida. Made her do it, huh? Made him do it. Okay. All right. Was that a good look? You know, like, I mean, I could see something like that happen. I mean, how many men have required that they woman move with them, you know, to a different part of the country or wherever because he may have had a job opportunity out there, something like that, or in a more sinister motivation just to get you away from your family and friends and support systems. Shit happens. And when you grow up in toxicity, and I'm not saying that you grew up in that kind of toxicity, but when you grow up in that type of toxicity, it makes, you know, it gives you a different perspective on relationships, a different perspective on life. It makes things different. You know, one thing about this whole thing is that we can't control where we're from. We don't have any control over that. We can control where we're going, and we can even control where we are sometimes, not all the times. But we can't control who we came from or where we came from. But we can leave that all behind if we choose. And sometimes we choose. Still use a little bit more cut. More cut. All right. Let me see if this dude came up with another number. Caller with the last number is 2072. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Oh, look, he called from a different number. All right, this is the number that he's calling from now, y'all. So his number is, now the new number is 916-992-2072. 916-992-2072. 916-992-2072. That's his new number. So this dude is like a scorned lover. He like a scorned lover. You know what I'm saying? Now you can tell he was raised by two women. Like a girl woman and then a man woman. And the man woman was probably the one that influenced him. Like, bitch better have my money. So, like I said, his new number is 916, I said, 992-2072. 916-992-2072. That's his number. All right. All right. There you go. He went and found another phone like, I gotta call it. Yo, what's in the air tonight? I know it's not a full moon tonight. What we working with? Do people get crazy when it's a half moon? All right. 916 in Sacramento too? Oh, okay. Tanya said, it's okay, Maria. The Lord is with them, even in such a weird old circumstances. Booze, you lose. Oh, God. He said, I'm an adorable lesbian. Oh, Lord. Get this motherfucker out of here. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye, sir. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. He said, where your neck at? Mm-hmm. Yo, man. This is really showing my growth. Do you know what I would have said years ago if you would have asked me where my neck at? Like, I'd have been like, oh, God. Look, I'm growing. I'm maturing. It took me all the way to age 55 to start letting dumb shit go. Like, whoo, y'all working me tonight. What the fuck? What we doing? You think he gonna call in from his home phone now? Like, yo, somebody call him on a three-way. Call him on a three-way. I'm mad at him. Marvina says, tonight is like my bad date. I swear, boy. It's some shit. And look, he's still calling in because I can see his block calls. It's, you know, how it shows you when when you block somebody and they still trying to call in, like he's still trying to call in. That's some funny shit. Cause I'm like, what? Why is this thing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Call him back to back too. Oh well. What they say? Nothing beats failure but a try, right? Nothing beats failure but a try. And he is definitely trying. But fuck all that. Let's get back to basics. Okay. So you know, even in a fantasy capacity, like, you know, putting your parents back together, even just in your mind movies, like, is it always really a good thing? Is it always a good thing? Amanda Perez, this is not the first time you've been here. I recognize that name. Let me see. Oh, wait. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. My bad. My bad. I don't know you. I don't know you. Yeah. So, like, even in your mind movies, putting your parents back together might have you thinking about. Well, let me ask y'all this: for those of you, if any of y'all have multiple children by multiple mothers or fathers, or if you just think about your exes, no, I think we need to keep it to the people you've had children with, or the person you've had children with. When you think about what separated the two of you, if y'all are separated, was it or is it a reconcilable situation? Because some situations involve people just growing apart going in different directions. One person being more mature than the other person. One person not being really ready, and the other person maybe being over prepared. But if you think about anybody that you've had children with, what the fuck? Where's the chat? I done lost the chat. Hold on. Where's the chat? Open. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it back. I lost chat. And I got chat back. You know what? Hold on, y'all. I gotta dip out of the stream real quick because I have no stream on. I have stream on the device, but I don't have it. I don't have chat there. So hold on. Give me a second. We back. We're back. Everything is all good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. So now we're back in sync. We're back in sync. Okay. So yeah. Would you ever accept one of your old your baby mom or your baby father or your ex-husband or ex-wife? Would you accept them back? Like if your kids really wanted y'all to get back, or if okay. Is there a window for any of the men or women that you've had children with? Is there a window for them? Is there a path for y'all to get back together? That's the real question. Is there a path for that? Or is it like totally out of the question? JJ said, just playing. I quit reconciling with exes a long time ago. That shit never worked for me. Just prolonged the torment and delayed the inevitable. Marvina says, whew, some place because they just fell out of love, not because they were a bad person. That's true. Carrie says, I don't spin the block. Okay. Oh, JJ was talking to you. Okay. All right. Mr. Nobody says, if nobody has told you, you are all important. You all do matter, and I love you all. Peace be with you all. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Robbie Robin Ming says no, and they are all still trying to call you. Well. Okay, Rob, I see you. Uh-huh. I wonder why, Robbie Rob. I wonder why, Miss Ming. I wonder why. Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of times people that you've had children with or a child with, they think that that's the forever, path back to your heart. And unfortunately, for some people, it kind of is that way. But what if the kids was like, yo, I need mommy and daddy. I need y'all to give it one more chance. The second time around, I know what to do. Just as long as I'm with you, the second time around. Marvina says, my husband and I were together for, what's that, 25 years? Robbie Rob says, I go forward, not backwards. Mm. 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 Okay. I hear you. I do. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. Okay, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Okay. Well, let me look at this poll question. Since we got 84 votes, let's see where we're leaning towards here. If your parents broke up, what are the chances that they could have made it together? All right. 36% says a small chance if they tried. That's pretty impressive, 36%. 15% says not very likely because of one side. That means that one parent might be with it and the other parent is like, nah, I'm good. No, he can't touch me ever again. 32% says not a chance in hell. Okay. And 17% said I never knew my dad. And you know, that's real shit. I would be remiss if I didn't put that in there because a lot of people never met their father. And when you really think about that, imagine well, let me just say this. People conceive a baby and are already apart or at odds by the time the baby is born. Now I'm thinking like, damn, y'all couldn't make it 9 months? But the reality of that situation is that sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes a woman might not know exactly who the father of her child was. It happens. It happens. I don't condone it. I don't support it. But I know too much of it, and it happens. So, in a situation like that, you may not have told a man whose baby it may have been that he was a father. So therefore, once a woman decides to raise a child by herself, and then the child has never met their father, has never seen him, or whatever. And unfortunately, this happens too much. It does. It happens too much, way too often. Because I'm thinking like if the father didn't leave the child's life until he was like 2 or 3, I don't think that a child would be able to say that he or she never knew their father. But I know, even though, you know, it can sound like a really ratchet situation, I couldn't imagine being a woman trying to explain to my baby how come they've never seen their father and that they probably will never. On her watch, I should say. So what do you mean you never met your? The only way that you should never meet your father is if he died before you really knew who he was. Other than that, if there's a chance that he's still walking this earth or was walking this earth when you were old enough to know who he was, Oh, it's just a sad state of affairs, man. That's nasty work. It really is. That's nasty work. And it's too common. It happens way too often. But yeah, babies being conceived on a one night stand. Met a chick at a party. Y'all was drinking, getting high, and all of that shit, partying. Well, y'all was attracted to each other. Took the situation to the back seat of a car or a hotel room or something, or hopefully not on the dance floor or in the bathroom of a club. Raw dog bust all up inside of her. She got pregnant. You might not even got a number. Now, for all y'all out there that have done a one night stand, I don't know about you, but I would be one anxious motherfucker if I went raw with a chick I did not know from a can of paint and didn't even have a way of getting in touch with her ever again. I would be a nervous motherfucker. But this shit happens. People do it. And babies come out of that shit. And here we are. Here we are. What you gonna do? My baby said she would do it again. Okay. Maria says the child is going to ask who is my father, mom, who is my daddy. So yeah, I've seen it done. I've seen it. I've heard it. It's rough because they get lied to. They get lied to. Oh man, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Marvina. That's. Black mass soul. Hope everyone heal from the things that they don't talk about. Got you on that. Got you on that. Yeah. So, not everybody is responsible. Well, not everybody is a responsible person when it comes to conceiving children. But in a situation like this, the mother may be totally ashamed of herself. And, she's trying to run away from the pain. I mean, there's a good chance she might be self-medicating too. Wisdom. What up, Wisdom? Says a child's future should matter the most once parents have kids, but some humans treat breeding like a hobby. Even if they can't stay together, responsibility isn't optional. For too many people, it is, unfortunately. For too many people, it is. And then for the people who have never met their father, who say they've never met their father, I wonder how many would have, if they could meet their dad, if they could find him, catch up with him, whatever. Because a lot of people do. I've known people who didn't meet their fathers until they was like in their 30s. Hey, it happens. Sometimes not until after a funeral. My biological dad, didn't meet his biological dad until he was well into his 70s. The man who my dad was told was his biological father, and who I was told was my biological grandfather, they were close. But there were always rumblings when my dad was young that wasn't his father. And it wasn't. When you see the man that it's not that my the man that we were told was my biological grandfather, it's not that him and my dad didn't look alike, because they kind of did. Except my dad was light and my grandfather was dark. But when you see my dad's real biological dad, it's like, oh, all doubt was removed. So he never spent any time. They never spent any time together. My biological grandfather passed when he was like 94, 93 or 94. He lived to be a ripe old age. And he had children in New York. So from North Carolina up to New York, Favor Friday was good. Yeah. And you know what? It's a funny thing, because when my dad caught up with his biological father, he didn't want the rest of his siblings to know about it, because look, my dad's side of the family's so fragmented and sectioned off, and like, oh, so this is your dad and this is your mom. Yeah, I come from that. I don't come from I come from that. Like, you sure that shit okay, so I come from that. On my dad's side. On my mom's side, everybody knows, everything is straight. They are more conventional and traditional. On my dad's side, but hey, I can't change where I came from or the circumstances surrounding it. And neither can anybody else. No, I'm not married. But yes, I have babies. One baby. I got one baby. I got un baby. Un baby. Un hija. Un hija. Okay. But you can only work with what you're working with. You can't work with somebody. You can't work with what somebody else is working with. You have to work with what you're working with. I'm actually good with that. I'm cool. Oh. You know what, y'all? This is random, but I got a dentist appointment tomorrow. I got to get a cap put back on my tooth. That shit came off over the weekend. You want to see? You want to see the cap that was on the tooth? Look at this shit. So this was the temporary. So they got to put on the permanent one. We'll see how permanent it is. I've heard some negative things. Matter of fact, if y'all can give me some insight, does anybody have caps on their teeth? Because my tooth in the back had broken not my wisdom tooth. A crown. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. A crown, not a cap. A crown. Yeah, that shit. The temporary one came off, and the so-called permanent one will be put on tomorrow afternoon. Now, how permanent is it? Is that thing going to? Is it going to stay, or is this going to be a waste of money? Robbie Ming said, the troll didn't call me back. I knew he wouldn't. Give him a chance. He said, a crown, my king. Ah, that's so sweet. Ah. Yeah. Oh, man. Jesus says, I understand my ex. Okay. Marvina says, I have a few crowns. I've had mine 20 years or more. Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. Because I've heard that, a lot of times they come off. I had to get the crown put on it because it was, with the tooth broken, it was like the nerves, it was real sensitive. So I couldn't drink anything cold or hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm chewing on only on this side because this side was too sensitive. It was crazy. So I got to get it done. I just want to make sure that I'm not wasting my money. Because they will have you wasting your money. You know what I'm saying? A crown is expensive. With the insurance, it's not. Well, yeah, it's kind of expensive. $460. That's what I have to pay. That's my out-of-pocket expense. $460. Hopefully, this will be the last crown, the first and the last that I have to get. Make sure it's a good dentist. He seems pretty good. He seems pretty good. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We got 99 votes on the poll. You know what? We're gonna do these birthday shout outs, and we can start this movement to get on up out of here. I'm satisfied. I don't know about y'all, but I'm good. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Lewis Black was good, and also Kaisha Lewis, Laura Henley, Travis Warren, Lynette Pittman, Tiffany Lynette, Patricia Minister Spates, Autry Chambliss, Rashawn Gross, Buford C. Batista, and last but not least, Gypsy Cherry. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 27th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, interesting. Hey, they still trying to call me, yo. I don't know. I don't know where these calls are gonna come from. But that was a Georgia number. That was a Georgia number. Georgia on my mind, Georgia. Okay. We all got here the way we got here. And we can all speculate on what it would have been like if our parents had made different decisions, even after the fact that when we were when we were born, or after they broke up or whatever. You know, there's a lesson in every blessing. And at some point in your life, when you were born to your parents, you were the blessing. Of course, there are always going to be lessons that we all have to learn. And many of those lessons that we learn, we don't really want to learn. We don't always want to face it. We don't always want to go through the tough parts of our existence. But it's necessary for all of us. None of us get out of this thing alive and unscarred, unscathed, with no problems. So, as much as we may have lamented over our parents' choices, and dealing with each other and maybe even sometimes dealing with us, we come from where we come from. And there's really nothing to be ashamed of, because we didn't have the power to change that. Now, you can have all of the power to change the direction that you're going, and you have all of the power to change how you deal with the children that you have either brought into this world or, yeah, let's just say that. Whatever happened with our parents happened. They made those decisions before we ever got here. And now it's time for us to make our decisions now that we are here. But I will say this: peace to each and every one of y'all. And I hope that the choices that you have made and the ones that you will continue to make will fulfill you in ways that are satisfactory. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning. So make sure y'all come on through. He said, Rams only said, shirt dumb phony. What's so phony and dumb about my shirt? You just want to have something to say? Oh, maybe he's the dude who was trolling. Maybe. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. We will be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. Be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. Be back tomorrow night. Hope to see each and every one of you. Right? All right. Yeah. More trolling. Y'all can't come through. Y'all can't. I'm not extending this show. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I'll holler at y'all.